Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is a vlog about going to Berlin for the weekend. I went for 3 days and we did a lot of stuff, so if I forget anything just go and check out my Instagram, which will be linked in the description, to see all the photos that I took. Some of my favourite parts of going to Berlin was learning about the Cold War and especially the Berlin Wall, and also the different architecture and food. As I live in London, yes, it's a place that has been filled with history, but especially in Berlin, this history is much more significant as this changed the world dramatically. An example of this would be the Berlin Wall, as there are still parts remaining around the city. This happened only about 40 years ago, and it is crazy to see how much the city has been changed because of these things. One of the things that you will notice when you go to Berlin, especially about the Berlin Wall, is that the difference between East and West Berlin. One of the differences between East and West Berlin is the traffic lights. In the West, they use this person called the Ampelman, which is like the green and red guy in Britain. However, in the East, they use the normal one, which is the one that we all use in Europe today. One of my favourite places was basically what we call the German Starbucks. I know you're probably thinking, oh wow, you went to this really nice city and your favourite place was a coffee shop. It was because it was completely different and one of the best places I think I've ever been to. Nah, I'm actually joking. I think the best place was definitely the Berlin Wall Museum and the SS Museum, which was the secret service for the Nazis. Especially for the SS Museum, you got told about how they came up with all these regimes and how they delivered them. One of the scariest things to me was listening to the accounts from court from the SS soldiers explaining about the Holocaust. On the topic of the Holocaust, around East Berlin there were a lot of gold plaques on the floor, and these were called shuffle stones. This is because it's supposed to show the people that lived there that died during the Holocaust. Also near the university in the central Berlin, there is a plaque and a monument which shows where they burnt all the books during the Nazi reign. The area which we're in right now is called Museum Island, and this is where all the museums of Berlin are. Fun fact, these are actually not the proper museums. Well, some of them are and some of them aren't, as most of them have been restored due to the bombings of Berlin. I think also one of my favourite things that I really enjoyed about going to Berlin is that because I had my auntie and uncle to take me around, I felt more like I was living in Berlin as a Berliner than actually a tourist, because we got to take buses and all different kinds of stuff and also subways instead of taking like tours and everything else. Of course, I can't forget about talking about food. It was amazing, and there was this thing which I can't really remember what it was called, but it was like a pint or a litre of beer. Luckily I didn't have one, but my dad did, and the food was just so cool. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of Berlin, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, press the subscribe button, comment down below and like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!